There's something different? What are you talking about? There's nothing different. Stop being weird. You're being weird. Readers, today's lesson involves BoJack Horseman. And the reason why it's about BoJack Horseman is because I recently watched all 3 seasons after hearing some very good things about the Netflix original animated series. And after watching the show, I have very strong feelings about the bitch. Now, I know what you're thinking, but LaRon, if you're stating your opinions about a TV show, then why isn't this a Readus Reacts? Why do you got the game fucked up? Trust me, readers, my opinion completely validates why this is today's lesson as opposed to a Readus Reacts. And my opinion is, I do not like BoJack. Not the show, the character. I don't hate him as much as I hate Kratos' whack ass, but he still sucks. Now that wasn't always the case, because I was completely in his corner in the beginning of season 1. Then I started seeing how shitty of a person he is. But then he would acknowledge that he was shitty, and make steps in his development to get on the right track to becoming a better person, only to do an even shittier thing and completely erase the progress that he made over the course of the season. And I realized this after season 2. So why didn't I stop watching after that? Well, it was because I was invested. By the time I was done with season 2, I realized that I cared more about the side characters than about BoJack himself. I care about Todd and wonder why he keeps giving BoJack second chances. I'm rooting for Princess Carolyn to find a healthy medium between her work ethic and finding a romance with somebody who's not a secret scumbag. Honestly, my 2 favorite characters are Diane and Wanda. The latter because she helped BoJack transition into a non-piece of shit over the course of season 2, and because she's the only character to have the common sense to get out of his life before he brought her down to his own level of shittiness, once she figured out that he is both beyond saving and doesn't want to be saved. The former, Diane, I just constantly worry about ever since the second half of season 2. Because it's during that arc that we see how much that BoJack and Diane are alike, and how dangerous it is for her to be around him for a significant amount of time. And if they end up together at the end of the series, I fear for her fictional life. Because BoJack is poison. And unless you're as strong as mentally resilient as Wanda was, and know when to both hold and fold them, BoJack is going to inevitably, subconsciously end up killing you. Because while it's subtle at first, his outlook and attitude on life spreads like a California wildfire. And it eventually shows throughout the point where even the experience of watching the show is affected by it. And because of the person that I am, to paraphrase Padme Amidala right quick, it's that nihilistic outlook that the show exudes through BoJack that allows it to go down a path that I just can't follow. But here is where the point of today's lesson comes into play, readers. Because whereas I know that this show is not for me, it does the trick for a lot of people. Most of all, people who deal and suffer through depression, showing them that there is someone out there who knows what they're going through. And while it wasn't the creator's intention for the show to be the quote-unquote official voice of relating to depression, a lot of the situations in both seasons 2 and 3 actually reflect that being the case. So yes, readers, I can't relate to BoJack's behavior over the course of the show, and as a result, the show itself, because I don't suffer from depression, nor am I a nihilist. But just because I acknowledge that this show at its core is not for me, does not mean that A, it sucks, or B, that I don't appreciate what it delivers. Because the writing is solid, the character interaction is solid, and the message that it's spreading to its target audience is astounding. Sometimes the overall appreciation of something means a hell of a lot more than you dismissing it just because it's not suited for you. Because the definition of appreciation is the recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. So readers, your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comments section below what you've taken from BoJack Horseman if you've seen the show. Also, don't forget to press the subscribe button and turn on notifications for whenever I post new videos because that just makes sense, honestly. I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to do that. Anyway, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed.